Well, the Nats keep on rolling. Miami keeps on losing. And that magic number down to 4 right now. So something's bound to happen this weekend. Phillies and Nats, game 2 of this 4-game set. Things are looking great. The boys are home for a while. And Max Scherzer on the mound tonight. You and I thinking about some of the top pitchers in the league. How many more you think Max needs to win to maybe clinch this thing?
Well, maybe it's the ERA that's more important. I'm looking, Greg Maddux had 16 wins and won it, but his ERA was sub-2. Pedro Martinez had 17 wins and won it. His ERA was sub-2. So when you look at back-to-back Cy Youngs in the history of the National League, Sandy Koufax, Greg Maddux, Randy Johnson, Tim Lincecum, Clayton Kershaw, Max Scherzer going for back-to-back Cy Youngs. I think 16-5 wins it. Look at his ERA at 2.19. So he's got to get 2 or 3 more wins. I think the ERA, if it goes down below 2, it's all his.
So Max career against the Phillies. This is 8-1 overall, 2-3-4. That one loss came as a D-back. Since joining the Nats, he's 7-0 against the Phils in 11 starts. And every Nats pitcher knows, hit the ball to center field, give up a hit or a fly ball, something good might happen. Michael A. Taylor, 7 assists on the year with the bat as well. 14 homers, 40 RBIs, and 13 stolen bases. Playing an amazing center field, and this young man really coming into his own. He robbed another of a homer just last night. Bank for the achiever in you. Round and round this season goes, and the Nats keep on winning. So no longer on Anthony Rendon's number 6. Now it's down to Howie Kendrick's number 4 as far as the magic number goes for the Nats as we look ahead to the weekend. Beautiful evening, just a few clouds in the sky. 71 at game time. The Phillies are 10th in the league in hitting, 13th in runs. Odubel Herrera now has the longest hitting streak this year in Major League Baseball. It's the longest for a Philly since Chase Utley had a 35-game streak in 2006. So he's looking for his 30th hit during the streak or more here tonight. Max, career dominating the Phillies.
No decision last start for Max. You remember, third hitter of the game hit him on the calf, but he gutted out 5 tough innings. Nats won that game 3-2. He threw 75 pitches his last start, and he's already talking to the hitter before the first pitch. Here we go.
First pitch right on time, 7:05. Strike one. Cesar Hernandez at 289. And he goes for one up. Just like that, it's 0-2.
The Friday Stars and Stripes uni's working. Look good.
Lifted to the left side. Rendon out. Turner behind him. And for Trey, a grab of the game to get things going. And Herrera with Hoskins coming up next.
There's your defense tonight. Diaza in right. Michael A. Taylor in center. Howie Kendrick in left. Turner, Rendon left side. Murphy Zimmerman right side. Matt Wieters behind the plate.
New crew tonight. Our other crew has moved on to Boston. So crew chief Jeff Kellogg has the plate. Will Little, James Hoy, Sean Barber around the bases. So this should be an intriguing matchup tonight with that hitting streak going. Herrera elevating his batting average to .291.
Yeah, we just talked about wins and winning a Cy Young. I'm looking. Tim Lincecum in 2009 was 15-7 with a 2.48. Brandon Webb in 2006 was 16-8 with a 3.10. So Max Scherzer 13-5 with a 2.19. Going for back-to-back Cy Youngs, and if you missed it, the only ones in the National League ever to win back-to-backs were Koufax, Maddox, Johnson, Lincecum, and Kershaw. Pretty good company.
Amazing list. 2-1 to Odubel Herrera. Third in the National League in doubles with 37. He's 10 for 31 career against Max. Close to hitting him, and it just missed.
You win 3 Cy Youngs, Cooperstown coming. Right?
I'd say unless you've had a really bad rest of your career, 2 would maybe already punch that ticket, and we'll see. 1 in each league already, right? And 3 would be amazing. Swing and a miss. 3-2.
Watched Max run his warm-up sprints. Little hitch in his giddy up. Nothing big though. I wonder if the Phillies even know he got hit in the calf last start in Milwaukee, and if they're thinking about bunting.
3-2 with 1 out.
But I think if they did, knowing Max, he'd pick it up, throw it to first, and you'd be out.
Season series, Washington 8, Philadelphia 5. Nets have won 5 out of the first 7 here.
I don't think he's happy with how long Odubel's taken to get in the box.
3-2. And then the walk.
And the bat flip on the walk.
Yeah, he's been known to do that, hasn't he?
So I think it was Travis Shaw, wasn't it? Third batter of the game. Little comebacker, hit Max in the right calf, left calf, excuse me. Still made the play. Gutted out 5 tough innings after that. He was hobbling all over the place, chiefed it out. Said he actually enjoyed the challenge of pitching like that. That doesn't look enjoyable though. You know it hurt.
There's the young slugger, Rhys Hoskins. Last night batted 4th, played left field. Tonight batting 3rd, playing first base. 2-0.
A slider, they called it down. Pretty good pitch. He's thrown 673 of those before tonight. The opponents are hitting 117 against his slider, just 19 for 162.
Three and 0. So a pop up and a walk, and now a long count against the number 3 hitter, Rhys Hoskins.
You turn a rookie loose 3-0 against Max Scherzer?
It's a great question. No need to pull the trigger. That was way off the plate. 2 on, 1 out. So another hitter seeing Scherzer for the first time will be the right fielder, rookie Nick Williams. Yeah, we're used to scoreless first innings, second, third, hitless through those couple of innings in most cases. So Max has been stingy early in ball games as a rule. And the rookie Williams pumping on the first fastball he sees.
Yeah, if you're in the third base dugout, you're thinking, hey, we got to get this guy early. Don't let him settle in. A couple of walks in the first, the Phillies have to be thinking, just like when you face a Clayton Kershaw, get him early.
Pete Maggannon's ball club on the road. They're winning 1 out of every 3 games this year. 25 and 50. Against a division, pretty good, just 1 under. And a ball driven out to right center, heading for the scoreboard and over the wall. 2 walks and a homer, and the Phillies have a big number on the board. Number 10 for Nick Williams, and RBI total up to 43.
Well, Max Scherzer doesn't care about the home run. He's probably more concerned about the walks in front of him. You just don't see that for Max, and you wonder how that calf is feeling. Nick Williams got a fastball up, it looked like, and rode it out of here. Good swing. Told you about the pop in his bat last night. This was 402 feet to give the Phillies a 3-0 lead. Good swing.
Next batter, Michael Franco swinging early, and Michael A. Taylor for the second out. Next up, 29-year-old outfielder Hyun Soo Kim. Started the year with the Orioles. 232 in 56 games there, and part of the Jeremy Hellickson deal on July 28th brought him to Philly. First pitch upstairs.
We've seen Max negotiate through these nights and navigate through them before, and we've also seen him lock in the second, third, and fourth. So just get back to the dugout, see what your offense can do.
Two-one with 2 outs.
I think I saw Bryce Harper in the dugout with no cornrows, and that's news because I'm sick of hearing about the cornrows. Everyone's going nuts. He had fun with it for a couple of days. Everybody relaxed. It was like, oh my gosh, what happened to Bryce? Hey, he's having fun. It's on the DL.
2-2 on a pop-up out of play left side.
because I mean there's no hair flip with cornrows, so that was just out of the question for when he comes back, right?
Yeah, you would think had to be temporary.
You could put an eye out with cornrows and a hair flip, I think. All fun and games.
So Max about to throw his 25th pitch of the first inning. And he will walk his third man
Small
here
zone.
in the first.
Excuse me, Carp. Small zone.
Number 7 hitter Jorge Alfaro, the Phillies catcher. Hit his second home run of the year here last night. .85 cutting away and no chance to make contact there. Target in usually means heater. Pretty good job of jamming the right-hander 0-2.
Slider away, fastball in. Where you go? Slider away. See what they do.
.86 downstairs with the slide piece. Max's first strikeout, so he's got an inning under his belt. The Nats against young Jake Thompson. Board. Max Scherzer coming off a moment ago after a long 28 pitch first inning.
I'm frustrated, and I guarantee you that calf's tight on top of being frustrated, so understandable. Well, let's hope he's feeling okay. That's all I'm worried about. Yeah, when you get older, like myself, you start worrying about these guys. When you're younger in the dugout, you're like, ah, he'll be fine. Let's just hope that calf loosens up and he locks in.
So here we go, bottom of the first. We'll set the lineup for you in a moment. We can tell you that Trey Turner, since coming off the DL, has 9 hits, 6 of them for extra bases. Jake Thompson, 23-year-old, he's 1-1, 5th start.
Well, there's his arsenal. Fastball 49% of the time.
And Turner out to short for J.P. Crawford.
Yeah, fastball's got a little sink to it. He'll start it off the plate, the righties, and run it back. He'll throw it straight at lefties and run it back. Slider's his best secondary pitch. Got a decent changeup to go with it too.
So it's Turner, Kendrick, Murphy, Zimmerman, Rendon, Wieters, Taylor, and De Aza. Anthony Rendon loves hitting against the Phillies. Look at that on-base percentage. That's even higher than his overall .403, which is in the top 10 in the league. Anthony in there in the number 5 spot behind Ryan Zimmerman tonight. Former Philly Howie Kendrick. .327 overall, .310 with the Nats in 35 games now. So 0-2. Outfield would tell you they going to pitch him away. Maybe they'll jam him for one pitch to get him off the plate. He fights that pitch off and hits it out of play down the right field side.
The Phillies defense tonight behind Jake Thompson. Kim Herrera Williams the outfield. Crawford Franco left side. Hernandez Hoskins right side. And Jorge Alfaro behind the plate. There's J.P. Crawford at his more familiar position, shortstop. So one of the Phillies' top prospects. And there's Rhys Hoskins at first tonight, the guy with all the taters for the Phils.
That Crawford, 16th overall player taken in the draft in 13.
A couple nifty plays at third last night. Now he probably feel a little more comfortable at his natural position. Good pitches in there, but they're moving late to get to that point. They're not just straight 1, 4, 5, 2. That's how you kids should count now that you're back to school. That's how it goes. 1, 4, 5, 2. That's how you count to 5. Say you learned it on Masson.
We will help you get through the early part of your school year. What will you do when we are done?
Yep. Probably
ace everything.
Yep.
0-2 to Howie, and he takes one over but low. So behind 0-2, fouling off a couple of pitches and trying to get back in the count.
Good battle going on. Howie with the right field approach. Jake Thompson trying. We got pitch number 9 coming in a 1-2 count. Let's try to run back the fastball here.
And Howie Kendrick, that's an amazing at bat. File that one away in your memory for sometime in October, maybe. 0-2, all the pitches that FP talked about. Then he stays right on his approach.
10th pitch wins the battle. Tried to run the fastball back, but look at the approach. Keep those hands close to your body. He's been thinking right field the whole at bat, especially with 2 strikes. He gets something elevated, fights it off. Great approach by Howie Kendrick, and there goes the no-hitter. Beautiful at bat.
So here's Murphy. And Daniel, 6 for his last 12. In that 6, couple of doubles, couple of home runs. He's 3 for 5 against Jake Thompson, who pitched against the Nats in relief 2 out of 3 days in Philly back in May.
So if 1-5-4-2 is how you count to 5, that was not a 10-pitch at bat. That was a 9-pitch at bat. I went from 8 to 10, but based on how I told you how to count, you shouldn't be shocked.
Okay.
Right? Are you with me?
Murphy the other way for a base hit. And going to third right in front of the left fielder is Kendrick. He is safe. Ball gets away. Murphy thought about second, but the pitcher Thompson backing up might have thrown him out. So the Nats have first and third, and Howie Kendrick getting after it to get to third.
Well, he saw Kim going toward left center, and what he did at the end, you just can't teach. He found Maikel Franco's glove, and he slid right into it. Watch him find the glove. And he slides right into his glove to cause some traffic there with a late tough slide. There's no way Franco could pick this and tag him out. So you love the aggressive play, right? The 19 games up, magic numbers 4. Why not take a chance with one out and get to third base? And look at him sliding right in to Franco's glove. That was nice. Good swing by Murph, too.
Nats down by 3, aggressive on the bases. Suddenly, Ryan Zimmerman represents the tying run. He's only faced Thompson a couple of times, 0 for 2. Up the middle, a third consecutive hit for the Nats. Ryan Zimmerman, RBI number 94.
Line's moving here in the first. Nice answer to the Phillies 3 spot. And Ryan Zimmerman now 6 RBI away from 100. Bat out a hero, too. I didn't see that initially. See the toothpicks flying everywhere? Dusty Baker ran out there and grabbed them. First and second. 1 out.
Next up, Anthony Rendon. 3 RBIs against Thompson, 3 for 6. With runners in scoring position since the break, nobody's slugging like the Nats. And that tells you that they're not just singles. Brought to you by Jeep. Slugging percentage is all about the extra base hit. Rendon sitting on 35 doubles. And that front door pitch stays in, 2-0. Anthony's been up there all year right now, 383, 4th best in the league. Murphy ahead of him at 411. Then comes Arenado and Goldschmidt, 2 big RBI guys from the West.
I don't think Daniel Murphy's stealing third here. Maybe he saw something he didn't like in the lead.
Cesar Hernandez just letting him know he's in the neighborhood. Rendon will pop it up right side. So the catch by Hoskins will set it up for Wieters, 2 outs. Last 8 ball games, Wieters 8 hits. And when he drove that run in with a double in the 6th inning, Matt made it to 50 RBIs.
It's a pretty good number hitting out of the 8-hole most of the year.
It is.
And he's been clutch in these situations.
Yeah, there was a time, April, well into May, when Matt Wieters was also in that top 10 in runners in scoring position production. This will be a long inning for the Phillies starter, Jake Thompson. 20 already. 23-year-old second year man with a career record of 4-7. 15th big league start. He's behind another hitter. There's some excitement waiting in the number 7 spot if it gets to Taylor. Matt spitting on the 87, down and away, 3-1. Checking his surroundings. Murphy has Zimmerman 90 feet behind him. And Wieters will bounce one to the right side for Cesar Hernandez. So the process of chipping away has begun. The Nats get a run on 3 hits, and Ryan Zimmerman drives in his 94th. Mobile. First 3 seasons with a ball club. Randy Johnson, the great Ryan, Rube Waddell, way back. Pedro, and then Max. And of course, Max's total still going. Chance to be way over the 800 mark in his first 3 seasons with the Nats. All brought to you by T-Mobile.
Parents just don't name their kids Rube anymore, do they?
Yeah, I have to look that up. Don't know if his name was Ruben. Rube Waddell. Left side, base hit. Even if Turner gloves it, J.P. Crawford's going to get to first. Phillies with their second base hit. Jake Thompson 2 for 6 with the bat this year, and a chance to bunt a 4th run of the game into scoring position. See what Max has to keep him from doing that. Rendon on the grass. Zimmerman ready to pinch from the right side.
Yeah, against the Marlins last start, Jake Thompson pulled the bunt back and had a line drive single up the middle. He can hit.
Yeah, he gives with the ball and lays down a great bunt. Zimmerman to Murphy.
All right, season plan holders, don't forget to renew your plan by Friday, September 8th. That's today. Okay, guarantee your access to the postseason this year, the All-Star game next year, while enjoying the best member benefits package in Major League Baseball. Visit nationals.com/2018 today.
Here's Cesar Hernandez, popped up first time up. That was a ball out in short left that Trey Turner went to get. And Max drops a nasty slider on him down and in.
Nasty.
Wow, good looking changeup. 1-2.
Watch the bottom drop out of this one. On top, out in front, disappear.
Way inside, 2-2. Into the air, right field. Alejandro De Aza out there tonight. He's going to have some forward momentum on the catch and makes a strong throw in. 2 down. It's tomorrow, 10 a.m., 2 p.m., Hill Country Barbecue. Max Scherzer's premier fantasy football event, the Scherzer Showdown. Go to ScherzerShowdown.com. You can still get registered this evening. There's Odubel Herrera, whose one-out walk in the first inning got some trouble started. Long way to go for everybody on this one, and in foul ground. Howie Kendrick will get there to put an end to the inning. Michael A. Taylor, De Aza, Scherzer, 3-1 ball game early.
time too. Taylor admits that at times he gets a little pull happy, tries to pull the ball too much, which results in him getting too quick and pulling off with that front side. Well, here's an indicator for you of how well Taylor has done of fighting off that bad habit this year. Last year, 10% of his hits were to the opposite field. This season, 19% of his hits have gone to right, almost double the amount from 2016. That was his approach before landing on the DL. Stay on the ball, keep that front side in, and try to shoot everything to right center. And he's done that much better this year, guys.
Yes, he has, Dan. Thank you with our Coons.com. Sideline report. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons. Michael checks in at 262. Doubled in 4 trips last night. Reached on an error. His speed a factor in that play, and he stole a base. And now he lashes one out to left center. Nationals with their 4th hit. So they're 4 for 7 to start the game against Jake Thompson.
You know, if you're thinking right center and you just happen to catch one out in front a click, this is what happens. But if you're thinking pull right there, that's a ground ball to third, maybe even short. So his hands are inside, catches it out front just a hair. And J.P. Crawford can't get to it. It was hit too hard. Nice swing.
There's De Aza.
Humongous lead by Michael A. Taylor.
Yeah, front foot in its entirety past the cut of the grass over there. Now, as FP has pointed out before, those semicircles there are not the same in every ballpark, but we know our ballpark pretty well. And when you're past that little point out there, that's a sizable leadoff.
Look at that lead. My goodness. He's halfway to second, folks.
Off speed. 0-2.
That's a slaughter right there.
StatCast powered by AWS. I'm calling 14 feet here. He's not done yet. 13. Get out there. Yeah,
There he goes.
14.
0-2. He's running. Pitch away. And Alfaro could not get the handle. Michael A. Taylor, his 14th bag of the year. That's a great thing to get there with nobody out.
This isn't official, but I think he took 3.5 steps and was the second. He's such a long strider, such a big lead. And you have to rush when you see the jump that Michael A. Taylor had. He's just playing the game the way it's supposed to be played. Playing hard, stealing bases, making plays, getting hits, getting big hits, throwing people out, knocking people out on throws. I mean, doing everything. Robbing home runs.
De Aza just 7 for 34 as a net, but he has produced 6 runs batted in. Nats have actually out hit the Phillies now 4-2. One, two. He takes it, and Alfaro keeps it close enough. Things really slowing down here for Jake Thompson. Center fielder Herrera to the left. Ground ball room to the right of second base for De Aza. And a 2-2 again. He's going to bounce this one right at Hernandez, who took a look at third. He didn't have a play there. And Michael A is at third base for Max with one out.
Well, it's a productive at bat. Heroes Day. The Nationals celebrate Heroes Day on Sunday, September 10th as part of the Patriotic Series presented by SAIC. Come out to Nats Park to watch the Nats and Phils, 1:35 start. And most of all, honor those who serve and protect us. Heroes Day. It could be a huge day at the ballpark. Who knows?
It could. Max is the only Nats pitcher with double-digit hits. 10 on the year, producing 5 RBIs. He has homered.
I mean, ground ball up the middle scores a run. Pete McCannon's got his shortstop back, his second baseman back. And Max has been super clutch with runners in scoring position this year. 6 for 11.
Scherzer, right field line, into foul ground and not reachable.
Yeah, there it is. 6 for 11 with a tater. In Miami, 3-run homer. I like him swinging away here. I feel like Max is more comfortable swinging it than Button.
Agreed.
Not that he can't bunt. He just, when the chips are down, he can hit.
He's going to take a look down to Bob Henley, who was busy chatting with Michael A. Taylor. Bob kind of walking right down the line with Michael. Franco hanging around the bag over there. And now actually walking to the bag. And Scherzer, right field line. That ball is foul. Nick Williams almost made a good running catch, and Taylor was waiting to come home and score on a foul sac fly, but the ball wasn't caught.
And maybe he saw that wall approaching and kind of short arms it. Pretty good effort, though. Got to give him credit going into that padding and little half wall there down the right field line. Yeah, Michael A. Taylor would have scored easily. That was deep enough and on the run. No way he gets him at home. Are they wondering if it was fair or not? If it would have been fair?
Yeah. Looked like it was a couple feet to the right of the line. Hey, Bryce would be the guy who would know, right? He's dealt with that part of this park so many times. 1-2 with one out. Target away. Scherzer takes ball 2. That's a fly ball to short center. Odubel Herrera. Michael A. Taylor can fly, and he's going to start and go back. 2 down. Just not deep enough.
I'm going to go back to the 6th inning of last night. Trey Turner with a big knock. He's been clutch lately. The 0-2 pitch right down the middle. Chopper back up the middle. That scored Wieters. That scored Kendrick. Big hit in Milwaukee, big one here last night.
And that was the difference in the game. Capped off a 3-run 6th inning. after Wieters had doubled a run home. And a cue shot right off the end of the barrel. Mercedes-Benz on the pitch cast.
Pretty good slider.
And he fights off an 0-2 pitch, and that's an RBI. That's not the first time he's done that in this series, is it?
0-2 last night, 0-2 tonight. One-run game.
Taylor, single, steal, grounder, and Turner, RBI number 37.
Let's count that as an RBI double because he's going to be on second here in about 3 pitches.
That would be good.
0-2 pitch, elevated, fights it off, and the barrel's overrated sometimes, folks. Clutch 2-out knock scores Michael A. Taylor. Now get that oven mitt on and take off.
Yeah, we talked about that last night. Wieters RBI double, 3-0 pitch. Turner drove in 2 on an 0-2. He's 38 for 44, holding on the first pitch. Ball 1 to Howie Kendrick. This is a little different than having Wilmer Defoe behind you, right?
Well, I mean,
veteran.
Jake Thompson sped up his delivery right there and threw a ball. This is the effect that Trey Turner has. It's not always with the end result, the stolen base. It's how he changes the game just by his presence on first. Now you're 1-0 because he rushed the first pitch. You know, if I'm a 1-4 to the plate naturally and I got Trey Turner at first, now I'm speeding up my delivery. I'm thinking about him. And doing something that's not comfortable to me as a pitcher. But, you know, now I'm a 1-1, but I don't feel comfortable doing it.
Two hopper to short, backs up Crawford. Short throw. The chipping away process continues. The Nats have 2 runs on 5 hits after falling behind.
Brought to you by Dominion National, providing innovative high-value dental and vision benefits to area employers and individuals. You're at the ballpark. Your Nats are close to Clinchmas. 19 games up. Why wouldn't you smile?
Kind of liking the cool cat with the Wizards cap on there. He's just taking it easy. Everybody around him going crazy. Friday night. So Max back to within a run now. And a strike to Rhys Hoskins, the young slugger. Target in. 1-1.
Yeah. 2014, the Nats won by 17 games. That's the biggest lead they've ever had. So 18 games before last night was the biggest lead they've ever had. Now 19.
Interesting when you're rewriting team history every night.
Game lead.
And we all want to see signs and banners and flags that say more than just division champions. And you and I talked about this from the first week of spring training when we were down in West Palm for the first time. Something felt different. It was almost like even back then there was a mission statement in the back of everybody's head. You could kind of feel it. Nobody had to talk about it. And you looked around and saw the gathering of talent that Mike Rizzo had put together during the offseason. And you got a feeling about it.
Plus their division. I mean, you had a feeling if they played up to their ability that they would win this division. But so much can happen in 6 months with health and injuries. They've stayed healthy, knock on wood, for the most part. And even when they weren't healthy, Dusty Baker's bench has been better than any bench in baseball. The young kids have stepped up. 97 for strike three.
Max second strikeout.
I think when you think back on the season, and we got plenty of time for this, I think one of the sneaky keys of the season was the weather in April here at Nats Park. In a warm month and not having to fight playing in 40, 45, 50 degree weather, and it being in the 70s and 80s in April when it's normally not like that. The offense came out swinging because of the warm weather. The ball was flying. You got your numbers. You're winning games. It just kind of all snowballed from a warm April with a lot of talent.
One. 90 on a slider.
That's
2-2.
Cutter slider thing. Yeah. Kind of a hybrid between the two pitches. They actually have a name for that pitch now, and I'm not going to get into it.
And maybe Nick Williams has a name for that pitch. 3 strikeouts for Max, 2 in a row here in the third.
Stalking early, and he brought his 97 with him tonight. And I'm wondering if he's getting loose as this goes. Not his arm, but his calf, because all of a sudden he's really staying through the ball, driving through the target, and the fastball velocity is picked up here in the third.
Michael Franco next. Fly ball to medium center field. First time for him. Ended up being a one-handed swing on an 85 breaking ball away. Third base chopper, and that's a hit. Into the 8 o'clock hour here, BCFP DK Nationals Park. Let's say for a Friday night, medium-sized crowd here. Nats are averaging 31,138, 8th in the National League. So RBIs by Zimmerman and Turner, getting the Nats within a run after a 3-run first inning homer by Nick Williams. Hyun-Soo Kim, third walk of the game in that first. It was only the 5th time in Max's career he had walked 3 guys in any inning. Just his 2nd time as a Nat. 2 innings later, pitching very well. So Kim is a Philly, 230 in 30 ball games. Three and one. Marlins have a run in the second at Atlanta, pardon me. 2 now. Miguel Rojas drove in 1. Jose Urena in that game against Mike Foltynewicz tonight. Yeah, that's 2-0. And they have a couple more guys on base. 3-2 to Kim. Franco about to move towards second. And a ball driven to left. Here comes Howie Kendrick on the run. And Max Scherzer puts up another 0. Murphy, Zimmerman, Rendon straight ahead to a 1-run game.
Maybe some champagne with your yoga in the outfield. Who knows? With the purchase of a special ticket, receive an Ats yoga mat, enjoy a post-game yoga class, and maybe a clinch party. Who knows? Visit nationals.com/special ticket. Come to the yard. Could be a fun day. Stay tuned. Who knows?
Top of the third is over. Max Scherzer, 56 pitches. Here in the bottom, Figueroa works with the do-up on Murphy, Zimmerman, and Rendon. And what they've done, all good things they are against the Phillies. With his first inning base hit, Daniel Murphy is now 7 for his last 13. And he has 154 hits on the year. 4 for 6 against Thompson now. And a strike call, 1-1. Jammed, and Daniel fights it off to the left side. 2-2. Looked like he stopped the hands. Sean Barber agrees. Counts full.
A little practice swing, getting underneath the ball. Get under it. Get under it. Tell you what, the game has changed so much. You used to get yelled at as a minor leaguer, even a big leaguer sometimes. Get on top of the ball. Get on top. Now it's get underneath. Get underneath.
Launch angle, launch angle. 3-2, and the pitch had some launch angle. It was high. Daniel Murphy on for the second time. That'll add to his .380 on base percentage. Ryan Zimmerman again is the Nats nominee for the Roberto Clemente Award. Received that with a special bat before the ball game. Ryan so involved in the community, his Zims Foundation. Well done, Ryan Zimmerman again. Off speed, front door for a strike. Ryan has now hit safely in 11 of his last 14 games. One of those games he didn't was a one pinch hit at bat situation. So as a starter, 11 of his last 13.
Yeah, it used to be get on top of the ball, create backspin, and by pinching down on the ball, a lot like a knockdown 2-hour and the ball rises. I still think there's some truth to that. But now with Josh Donaldson, Daniel Murphy guys talking about looking for the bottom half of the ball, hitting it in the air. That's where most of the damage is done. It's true. It's just a whole different philosophy in hitting with, the shifts and the infield. And there's 3 outfielders and 4 infielders. So why would you hit it on the ground? And you can't do damage on the ground, really. So, I mean, it makes sense. I think it's just, it works for some people. I don't think it works for everyone. Definitely works for Daniel Murphy, and it's fun to watch.
With that base hit now, Ryan also batting .340 at home this year. Kind of a check swing, and it's booted by Hernandez, who maybe tried to turn a 4.63 before the ball got there. Big break for the Nats, 2 on, nobody out.
The 11th error this season for Hernandez, and he did peak. A little excuse me swing. Didn't really have to rush, but watch him kind of try to secure the ball with the bare hand. It just pops out.
Yeah, that guy's a reliable second baseman.
What are they talking about at second?
Yeah, James Hoy and Daniel Murphy. So everybody's safe for Anthony Rendon, who popped up to the first baseman first time up. Still 3 for 7, 3 RBIs against Jake Thompson.
Maybe that was something like this. One time there was an umpire, his name was Alan Porter, and I was playing second, and he wouldn't move for me. And then he said, and then I said, and then he said, but you're gonna move, right? No. I think they're having a discussion about something that just happened around the bag.
There's a lot of traffic there.
Well, he made him laugh at least.
Umpires have to enjoy talking to Daniel Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
1-1 to Rendon meanwhile. So the Nationals, after falling behind by 3, trying to score for the 3rd consecutive inning. Rendon's driven in 91. That puts him in the top 10 of the league in RBIs. Right side, and that ball dropped. It kept Hoskins from maybe getting Zimmerman at second. So it's a productive out for Rendon and the Nats, moving 2 runners ahead.
Yeah, the ball not sticking in the Phillies' right side infielder's glove this inning. Maybe he tried to turn that a little quick too. Tell you what, those things are contagious, man. You see the guy next to you do it, you're thinking, ooh, oof, oof, oof. I don't want to do that. That's in your head.
Then here comes a grounder.
Yep.
Matt Wieters a big time chance to at least tie it or put the Nats on top. Takes the off-speed pitch over but low. Bouncing ball that he rolled over to Hernandez on an off-speed pitch first time up.
Infield back in the middle. Rhys Hoskins back, even Franco back. So ground ball anywhere ties it up.
That one bounces in. Alfaro stayed quiet and blocked it straight down.
Yeah, last start against the Marlins, Jake Thompson threw one right between Jorge Alfaro's legs, and it led to a run. Runner at third scored. Good block by the Phillies catcher this time.
Three and 0.
Yes.
Hey, like last night, huh?
Double.
Yeah, we figured he'd see a fastball on 3 and 0, and that would be the only time. And he turned it into magic in left center field. And that was inside, bases loaded. 2 walks around an error here in the 3rd.
And a pretty hot hitter stepping in the box.
Bob McClure, the Phillies pitching coach, on his way to the mound.
Hey, this guy likes to swing first pitch. Let's maybe try a slider down the way. He's going to be hacking. He's aggressive in these situations.
So Taylor's already singled, stole a base, and scored a run tonight. This will be the 3rd time he faces Jake Thompson. 1 for 2 now. Murphy walked. Zimmerman reached on the air, and after the Rendon grounder, Wieters walked.
That right center field approach plays right here. Always does, but especially in RBI situs.
Slider looked like it backed up, and then Jeff Kellogg gave him the call. Taylor jacks one to center, misjudged by Herrera. At least 3 runs are going to score, maybe 4. Bob Henley sends him the throw home, And Michael A. Taylor comes all the way around.
That's a grand slam.
Inside the park. Grand slam.
Never seen that before. Unbelievable. That was a riser all the way. Herrera came in and the ball had the extra gear. You know, everything's been jumping off his bat. They're all looking at the replay on the scoreboard right now to see what happened. But Herrera came in. I don't think he touched it, and I think that's a grand slam. They want Michael A. Taylor on the top step.
And they've already put a hit up on the board. And the Nationals lead 6-3 on an electrifying trip around the bases for Michael A. Taylor. De Aza, right side to Hoskins. 2 outs.
So he had the grand slam, I remember, in Arizona when Matt Williams was a skipper and Bryce Harper got ejected. This is just a screaming line drive that Herrera misjudges. You got to score it. A hit. It never touched his glove. It went over his head and then didn't really hustle after it. I mean, he ran for it, but he didn't sprint for it. Michael A. Taylor put his head down right out of the batter's box, and when he came around second, Carp, you and I saw that developing. You know, Bob Henley had to send him right there. That was shaping up right around second base by the way Herrera went after it to be a grand slam. I remember he did something similar against the Mets, and Cespedes missed a ground ball in center that went by his glove, and we thought at the time that it was a grand slam because Cespedes didn't touch it. But that's definitely an inside the park grand slam. How about that? You just never know what you're going to see when you come to the yard.
And a ball in the air to right center. On Tuesday, September 8th of 2015, Michael A. Taylor had an RBI single in that game with the bases loaded and came all the way around and scored after an error by Cespedes. No error this time. Michael C.U. Taylor.
We were talking about, they gave Cespedes an error on that one, so it was a single against the Mets 2 years ago. This one, I mean, his swing is so pure right now that Herrera, excuse me, ran in on it. I didn't see a whole lot of panic in that effort to get the ball after it hit the wall. I think you hold him at third if you hustle after that, but we're glad he didn't, because one of the most exciting plays of the year. Look at Murph on the ground, Taylor on the ground. And then a nice see you later going to break, because how can you say see you later on an inside the park grand slam? A little curtain call for Michael A., who's been Michael A+ since coming off the DL and even before.
Max Scherzer from a 3-run deficit to a 3-run lead in the matter of, you guessed it, 3 innings. Alfaro, Crawford, Thompson, top 4 for the Phillies. Scherzer, good fastball, fouled away by the Philly catcher, who struck out his first time up. Max 3 long innings. We'll see if he can get the express going here. Great slider on 0-2. Strikeout number 4. Mercedes-Benz on the pitch cast. J.P. Crawford now. Ballpark still buzzing about what it just saw.
So I'm hearing in franchise history, that's only the 2nd inside the park grand slam. Bombo Rivera did it in 1976 for the Expos. An inside the park bombo.
This one lifted to left. Howie Kendrick tracking it. Max Scherzer right to work, and he gets the number 7 and 8 guys in short order here in the 4th. And now faces the pitcher, Jake Thompson. Max was the last batter, so he'd love to get back in the dugout in a hurry and get a breather here.
Tell you what, as a center fielder, that low line drive right at you is the toughest play. And usually you freeze for a second and it's, am I going in, am I going back? But Odubel was convinced that was dropping in front of him. He ran in and said, uh-oh, I'm not tall enough and I don't have hops enough to get this, because that ball had an extra little giddy up right when it got close to him.
Swing and a miss. Max Scherzer, a 9-pitch 4th inning. What kind of a front runner is he? We'll find out here as we go along. favor. It's our evening again at the ballpark with our wounded warriors, our servicemen and women and their families. Brought to you by Navy Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA, and proudly serving the armed forces and their families for over 80 years. So the Nats, Michael A. Taylor at the center of it, electrifying the crowd here, leading 6-3. Top of the order, bottom four, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Geico.com, see how much you could save. Teddy out of it early, and Abe in a landslide. His 22nd of the year. Tom has 25, George 21. Trey Turner, first pitch swinging, a drive to deep left center, off the wall. Herrera plays this one pretty well and gets it back in. And Trey Turner now, since coming off the DL, 7 of his last 11 hits for extra bases.
See Trey run. That ball had an extra gear too. That thing took off. Cruise control double. Let's go on the speed limit there. I don't think he was speeding. And Herrera did play that nicely. Caromed right into his glove and kept Trey Turner to a double, not a triple.
Here's Howie. Pitch away. Ball pulled, and that one booted by Franco. Turner to third, and the throw is dropped by Franco. Howie Kendrick thought about second for a moment. And this is not a clinic on how to look the ball into your glove tonight.
Well, it's gotten 3 of the 4 infielders. First it was Cesar Hernandez, then Rhys Hoskins, and now a tough hop for Franco. And he dropped the ball twice. If he catches that shovel feed from J.P. Crawford, Trey Turner's out of third. Watch this. It beats him. He would have been out. Couldn't hang on once, couldn't hang on twice.
We've seen fielders get 2 errors on one play before. And I think they just gave him 2 because it's just still 2 errors on the board. And the one earlier by Hernandez. So Howie Kendrick's at first, Turner's at third, and Daniel Murphy now sitting there with an RBI chance, and Murph is approaching 90 batted in. Ugly night defensively for the Phils. Ball 1.
Told you those things are contagious. J.P. Crawford's probably thinking about it now. He's the only guy that hasn't done it.
I just thought about the shortstop before you said that. Murphy up the middle. And on this one, they will turn 2, but a run scores, and it's 7-3. Four, 6-3, no RBI. Nats have a 4-run lead. Right-hander, Yaxel Rios. Third AB for Ryan Zimmerman. He might have just lost another bat. That's it for the Nats in the 4th. Things happening quickly. Trey Turner's double leads to a 7th run. The 4th inning of Nationals baseball brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4. Toyota, what drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for Great deals.
Max Scherzer taking that comebacker off his left calf in his last start. After that outing, he said that was fun for him, pitching through that discomfort. He knew he couldn't compete much when it came to running or offensively, but he knew he could compete on the mound, and he took pride in being able to do that. Sean Doolittle saying, not only is Max physically tough, but what might separate him from a lot of guys is his mental toughness, seeming to rise to the occasion even when he's not 100%, exerting his will on opponents. And Dusty guys called it a warrior's mentality, enjoying the discomfort. Equated it to a boxer who gets punched in the mouth, tastes a little blood, comes back hungry for more.
When you're talking Cards, you're talking Coons. Thanks, Dan, with a Coons.com sideline report. I can't think of any pitcher in this generation that competes like Max Scherzer. It's just hard to, along with the success that it gets him.
The makeup is off the charts. We admire that more than the stuff, I think.
2-1.
Stuff's pretty good too, by the way.
Oh yeah. By the way, Carter Myers, our great stats guy, who's not here tonight but watches, says this is the 12th time the Nats have overcome a deficit of 3 runs or more this year. Game's not over, but at least they've overcome the deficit and put themselves in a good position. 2-2 to the right side. Ryan Zimmerman on the backhand side to Scherzer, and the speedy Hernandez retired. First out, 5th inning. When you have insight, you know how to handle your finances with confidence. Brought to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. So RBI leaders this season for the Nats at AAA Syracuse. Good to see Clint Robinson's name there, and AA Harrisburg, Rowdy Reed. The only one on that list getting a September call-up. Say one thing for Clint Robinson, didn't make the club out of spring training. Had to be a tremendous disappointment to him, and all he did was battle in the minor leagues all summer long. And we hope for Clint that if he doesn't get another chance with the Nats, that some other ball club took notice of what he did this year and he can catch on in the big leagues again. Miss that guy. 1-1. Odubel Herrera has that 20-game hitting streak on the line tonight.
A tough guy to continue a streak against, isn't it?
Herrera on his way out of the box, maybe assuming he got time, but he didn't. And he's out for Scherzer, number 6. And that, Pete, we've talked about this many times. Time is a request. It's not the charge of the hitter.
Well, you see his manager's not out there arguing, so he's taking his time. We talked about it last time. Max Scherzer didn't like the fact that Herrera was taking his time. So does he drill him? Does he plunk him? No, he just strikes him out when he wasn't looking. That's fair game. You're in the batter's box. You're taking that much time. He was in the box and not looking up. So the whole pre-pitch production, Max Scherzer takes advantage and throws one right down the middle and actually scared Odubel Herrera, who's having a tough night.
Hoskins has walked, scored, and struck out.
Yeah, when you're in the box, Carp, and you're fidgeting, you're looking down, you have both feet in the box, it's game on. I mean, it's not like he had one foot outside and he had his arm up calling timeout like we see Denard Span. Denard took a long time to get in the box, right?
Right.
But he always held one hand up while he was doing it and then did his whole production. But watch this. Both feet are in the batter's box. I mean, it's game on. He wasn't quick pitch. You're in the box. It's time to hit. You better be looking up at the pitcher. And that's why his manager didn't come out and argue.
There's strike 2 to Hoskins from Scherzer. Hard lesson learned right there.
Well, Max was frustrated the first time when he walked Herrera because he was taking so long. And he said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. If you're going to stay in the box, look down, I'm throwing it. Been an exciting game, huh?
A little bit of everything here, and it's only the 5th inning.
This is great.
Inside the numbers presented by Jeep. So Max, as a Nat, 7-0, 2.07 ERA. And that's coming into tonight's game against the Phils. 8-1 overall career with a 2.34. 14th time he has started against Philadelphia. And he jammed him into a foul ball right side. Marlins have added a run on a Derek Dietrich homer, and they lead 3-0 at Atlanta. Top of the 4th inning down there. 2-2 pitch. How to play again. Time given that time.
Oh, time wasn't asked for last time. He just was looking down. Which is dangerous when you think about it, right?
Wieters holding that slider that backed up a bit just inside.
Can you imagine looking down and a Max Scherzer fastball popping the glove? How scary that was. That's why he reacted how he did.
Quite a battle here by the rookie Hoskins. So this one will be at least 10 pitches. Just when Max He's coming off a 9-pitch fourth inning. So that's number 11.
Well, this will up his 4.43 pitches per at bat. Told you about that last night. Rhys Hoskins would, if he qualified, be third in all of baseball with how many pitches he sees per at bat.
And Scherzer wins the battle. So Max keeps putting zeros up on the board and has a 4-run lead with which to work.
Talking about Daniel Murphy getting under it and then pinching the baseball. So watch Michael A. Taylor swing. It's kind of down to here, and he creates backspin on it. Murph's is more kind of underneath the ball, but watch the swing in slow motion. And watch him kind of pinch down on the top half of the ball and create that backspin we were talking about earlier. So Murph's swing is more of a underneath the baseball, get it in the air. And we'll show you from behind the plate, if we get time here, how the ball kind of took off over Odubel Herrera's head. We're going to get there in a second.
On the run and the slide. Catch by Nick Williams on the fly ball by Rendon.
And then watch kind of the rise in the ball and maybe a little inside out action to it because he got his hands inside of it. So I guess there's two ways to hit. Dusty Baker still talks about getting on top of the ball, creating backspin. Daniel Murphy's the opposite. And hey, whatever works for you, Michael A. Taylor keeps putting barrel to baseball, and that was fun to watch.
And a gentle touch of home plate at the end of an exciting play. Matt Wieters 0 for 1 with a walk. He was the guy at first base when Michael A. hit that ball 2 innings ago. Pulling this one, Cesar Hernandez. That ball popped out for a second. Base is empty this time.
Good ovation by the home crowd.
That ball in and out of a catcher's mitt. On the edge, 1-1. Wow, staggering numbers at home for Michael A. 2-1, good take.
Look how relaxed he is just standing there and confident too.
Inside the Numbers presented by Jeep. Last 6 in Major League Baseball inside the park grand slams takes us all the way back to Tony Gwynn 20 years ago.
I remember the Altair one here. And the one to the day that Michael A. Taylor did 2 years ago was ruled an error. The ball hopped over Cespedes' glove. I remember being upset on the air. I thought it was a grand slam because it didn't touch Cespedes' glove. It took a bad hop, hit a sprinkler head or something. It was a hard ground ball up the middle.
And this one chopped to third. Franco guns it over there. The Nats go in order. So we'll take a little trip into the past, back to September of 15. Some action when we bring you back. This one we talked about, Michael A. Taylor. FP, it's a ground ball, but watch what it does.
Exactly how I remembered it. Cespedes never gloved it. Look at the hop over his glove. And then Michael A. all the way around the bases. Conforto throws it in. And has anybody had 2 inside the park grand slams in their career?
Is it too late to go back and change that call?
I don't know.
Escobar, Clint Robinson, Ian Desmond on base for that.
I still think that's a grand slam, the first one. And I am not changing my tune on that one.
Hey, bad hops on the infielder hits. Why not on the grass out there?
I think we had that discussion that night.
I'm sure we talked about it for a while.
Maybe even wore it out for 3 innings. We never do that.
Us? Come on. You? Come on.
Wow.
Us? No, I'm right there with you. That was not a good call. Trey Turner can't elevate enough, and Nick Williams is 2 for 3. First Phillies hit since the Michael Franco dribbler down the third baseline back in the 3rd. So Williams has a couple of hits. They only have 4 in the game total. The homer by Nick Williams, first inning. Clean single to left by J.P. Crawford, leading off the second. Franco is next. That's right to Turner on 2 hops. Murphy takes care of the rest of the 6-4-3. And after last inning, that'll be a big-time pitch count saver for Max Scherzer.
All right, Braves are coming to town the 12th through the 14th at Nats Park. You can get Nats tickets for that series at 50% off. Simply visit nats.com/tickets and use promo code SCHOOL to get your 50% off. Some restrictions may apply, like you have to know how to spell school. S-K-O-O-L.
Base is empty, 2 outs. Hyun-Soo Kim, a walk and a fly ball to left. Max crackles in that fastball at 93. Goes with a breaking ball and over to the gap. That's going to plug the gap between Kendrick and Taylor. And Kim an opposite field double here in the 6th.
Stayed on that curveball. Nice swing.
Jorge Alfaro, the catcher, has struck out twice.
So I'm seeing Stephen Drew hit an inside the park home run on May 31st last year against the Phillies. Aaron Altair hit one for the Phillies on September 25th of 2015, an inside the park grand slam. Michael Taylor hit one against the Phillies today. The Eagles are playing the Redskins, and there's a lot of connections going on here. This is weird. It's getting weird.
Yeah, Michael A. Taylor was the center fielder when Altair hit that one. If I remember correctly, it went out to center and then took a crazy carom off to the side. And Altair, who can run, circled the bases before Michael or any of his helpers could get it back in. So he's been involved in several of these.
There's some golfers in the outfield.
2-1. I don't think I've ever heard a design of a new ballpark and somebody says, yeah, this would be a good place for inside the park homers. Something unusual has to happen. And we've seen it on several occasions now. 3-1 from Scherzer to Alfaro. Oh, he's got that slider going here in the middle of the game, big time.
So Dan's texting me right now that as you look at the nasty slider, that Pete McCannon, the Phillies manager, was on second base for the Bombo Rivera inside the park home run, the other one in franchise history. So let all of that marinate for a second and then wake up from this dream. That's crazy.
That's a swing and a foul. So Max Scherzer to 100 here. He's due to bat second in the bottom of the sixth, so you're thinking it could be time for Dusty to let him finish here and get the rest of the night off. We'll see how the skipper plays it. He's been unpredictable, and so is Scherzer in these situations before. Max never wants to come out. And in this inning, he's given up, as I mentioned, hits for the first time since a little dribbler down the third base line way back in the third. 3-2 pitch here. And he gets Alfaro with that one. And we could hear the reaction of the hitter all the way up here.
It just got underneath that two-seamer and it started chasing him, hit him right on the forearm. Ugh. That is a gross sound.
Here's the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. So right at his average here. .121 came in that crazy 8-inning complete game loss at Miami June 21st when Max was set for history. And the Marlins were able to scratch out a run on a ball that hit off his glove and eventually win that game. Crawford's gone the other way twice, a base hit to left and a fly ball. Pulls it. And a fair ball flaring down the right field side that'll score Kim. Alfaro coming around. Juan Samuel will hold him. RBI double. J.P. Crawford. He's 2 for 3. 7-4 ball game.
Yeah, Mike Maddox going to make a trip out to the mound. I think Freddie Galvis about to jump in the batter's box for the Phillies. So shards of wood everywhere. Watch this on the Exmo. Look at all that wood. Bat died a hero, 2-out double for J.P. Crawford, and the Phillies fighting.
Oliver Perez ready when needed. Right now it's Max and Freddie Galvis. Freddie is 6 for 30 career against Scherzer.
Pitch number 104 coming.
In the air, left side. Turner out. So Max Scherzer gives up 3 in the first, and then not another thing to the Phils until the 6th. 7-4 Nats.
Rain delay, you know, got a little massage, changed clothes, had a chicken salad, and then tied it up. It was well written.
Jason Worth, Dayton Nest history brought to you by University of Maryland, University College, September 8th, 2012, in the wee hours. And Jason Worth, after his routine that he just talked about, got a ball game tied. The Nats won it later.
So did you see the sign on the apartment across the way yet? Check this out. It's the evolution of Jason Worth. That's Jason's face as an Oriole catcher. And maybe Jason is a Philly or even a Blue Jay. I think that might be Jason as a Philly, and there's Jason as a Nat. How about that? That's the best sign yet over there. A little tribute to a guy that's been here for 7 years and changed the way we all think about Washington Nationals baseball.
That he did. Choose a winning team for your convenience. This is Yaxel Rios for the Phillies. Jiffy Lube for value and convenience. JiffyLubeDC.com.
So, you know, we get on him about spelling Trebek wrong, but, you know, give him props for maybe the most clever sign yet out there. It's really good.
Off speed away. 2-1 to Alejandro De Aza. So Max appears to be done for the night after 104 pitches. Andrew Stevenson on deck. And by the way, a footnote on that Worth homer that night against the Marlins. He was the leadoff hitter in the lineup that night.
Larry leadoff.
After a 2.5-hour rain delay. 3-1 pitch. De Aza spins one off the side of the mound. J.P. Crawford throws him out. Nats box. Hits by Kendrick, Murphy, and Zimmerman for a run in the first. RBI by Turner on a single after a Taylor base hit in the second. Then the inside the park grand slam after 2 walks and an error. Third inning. Last run for the Nats, a double play ball by Murphy with Turner on third base in the fourth. So it's 7-4. And here's Andrew Stevenson to pinch hit for Max Scherzer. Max strikes out 7, hit a batter, didn't walk anybody after the first inning. Andrew Stevenson, 8 big league hits and 48 at bats with an RBI first time around for the Nats. And there's big league hit number 9 on a good swing to right.
Nice swing right here. Got a fastball, stayed on it. Little run back to it, came right back down the middle, foot down early. Right down to the baseball. That bat break too. What was all that stuff flying off it? Was that wood? Was it spit? What was that flying off the bat? Pine tar? What was that? Show me the Expo again. Watch the stuff fly off the bat. Look at that. What is that?
I think it's a reflection of light off the bat, maybe. I don't know.
No, that was stuff flying. Could have been like perspiration. No, it's not even hot.
Turner 2 for 3. Ball 2. And that ball scorched to left. See you later. Trey Turner, a triple short of the cycle with a home run here in the 6th, his 8th of the year. And the Nats lead 9-4.
That ball is pulverized.
So now, since returning, 12 hits, 8 of those for extra bases. That's the first one that left the yard.
Did he just try to gore Anthony Rendon there on the bench?
Howie Kendrick 1 for 3. Ball 2. Can't think of a ball he's hit any harder than that one.
I can't think of a season when we've talked about players hitting for the cycle more than this year. It seems like every other night, so-and-so's this short of a cycle. Turner's done it once.
Kendrick with another base hit. Howie 2 for 4.
Remember the other night in Florida, Murphy and Rendon a triple shy of the cycle. Now Trey Turner a triple shy of the cycle. That was in the same game, those two. And that ball was pureed. 421 feet.
Slamming off the very top of the back wall of the bullpen.
Is there anybody in baseball with a combination of speed and power like Trey Turner has right now? And that plays shortstop.
Yeah.
Premium position. And plays it well.
What a future. Nats now 193 home runs with 2 tonight. Daniel Murphy's hit 22. 1 for 2 with a base hit, a walk, and a run scored tonight. He's batted in a run, didn't get an RBI for it with a double play ball 2 innings ago.
Games this season, Dusty Baker's club has 10 runs or more, sitting on 9 right now. 20.
Murphy high in the air left center. Herrera going back, jumping off his glove, off the wall. Runners Alemba at second and third, and Daniel Murphy has his 40th double and his 64th extra base hit.
That ballpark playing a little bit bigger. I thought he had this. Pretty good effort by Herrera. Look at him get up. Oh, it was in his glove. I couldn't see that initially, and it popped out. Daniel Murphy will take the double. That ball was inside of Odubel Herrera's glove. Looked a lot easier on Expo in slow motion. He was going full speed, but he's frustrated, thinking he should have caught that. Still frustrated. He's having a rough night.
Pete Buchanan pulls in the infield with 1 out here. 4 consecutive hits.
Yes, you know, he makes a lot of these plays, and he's frustrated because it popped right out of his glove. But he can join the club tonight because there's a lot of guys that have had this happen to them. Mostly on the infield for the Phillies.
Ryan Zimmerman has an RBI tonight. He has a great chance here to get to 95 or 96 or beyond. Blown away.
Still talking to himself.
By the way, one more footnote on the ball that Michael A. Taylor hit over Herrera. The Nats have 7 grand slams this year. Howie Kendrick, the most recent one before that. And I don't know about the future of that glove. 1-2 to Zim. Big gap in left center. Ryan up the middle with a base hit. There's RBI number 95. And the Nats are into double digits now.
Nice piece hitting right back up the middle. Stayed inside of it. Looked like it had a little run to it. He just pulled his hands in and fought it off for a knock. A mistake. I think bat not a hero. Ryan's going through some lumber tonight, but he's got a couple of hits and a couple of RBI. He'll take it. Who cares?
So looking for 100 this year. Career 100 against the Phillies. Amazing. Ryan's base hits tonight. 2 shots right up the middle. Anthony Rendon 0 for 3 through all of this. Nats have 10 runs on 12 hits. First order of business, he'd like to get Murphy home from third with 1 out. But it's popped up. Hoskins 2 down. Nats road ahead, driven by your local Chevy dealers. ChevyFirst.com. Tomorrow night, 7:05 game. Edwin Jackson and Mark Leiter Jr. And we'll see who the Nats have in mind for Sunday against right-hander Ben Lively. Off day Monday, the Braves in for 3. And of course, Nats Extra before and after every game. Edwin 5-4 in 9 starts tomorrow night. Foul ball. Kevin Segras, a lefty, let go by the Cardinals after a tough year. Phillies picked him up. One of 3 lefties they have out there. Off speed upstairs, 2-1. ...104 pitches, 71 strikes for Max in 6 solid innings tonight.
Lunch pail hard hat night for Max.
Yeah. That whole quality start thing. 3 runs or fewer in 6 innings. Some nights doesn't take into account how the evening gets underway and then how you battle to keep your ball club in the game.
Yep. I've seen him do it before. Not shocked.
Full count now to Matt Wieters, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. Swing and a miss. Inning over. But the Nats pick up 3 more. Trey Turner absolutely roasting one after a Stevenson pinch hit single. Bangs off the back wall of the bullpen. The Nats by 6.
Some nights you got to grind, and after giving up a 3-run homer in the first, Max Scherzer found his rhythm, loosened up, was throwing 97 in the third inning when he struck out Hoskins and Williams. So he ends up with 7 strikeouts tonight. Gave up 4 runs, but he's in line for his 14th win of the year. Washington area Toyota dealers help children and their families by making a $37 donation to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by Nats pitcher this season.
So the Nats bats have taken over this ball game. They've only failed to score in 1 inning tonight. 10 runs on 12 hits. Oliver Perez now starts the procession for the bullpen to try to get these last 9 outs and get the Nats up 2-0 in this series. 43rd game for the lefty.
Fastball, slider, 2 pitches. 14 different windups and 6 different arm angles to go with those 2 pitches.
Cesar Hernandez this year right-handed. 271. Andrew Stevenson stays in and patrols left field here. Pretty quick outfield. Stevenson, Taylor, De Aza. Inside. 1-1.
Wait for it.
Pure genius on the part of our stadium crew. Curveball, and that hits the bag. Hernandez, he'll stop. Alejandro De Aza got over there and covered it quickly. Cesar Hernandez, second hit of the series in 8 at-bats. Literally off the first base bag.
Little inside out swing. Doink. Played nicely by De Aza and right to keep the speedy Hernandez to just a single.
So here's Herrera. Rough night for him. And that 20-game hitting streak on the line. Up the middle. Perez knocks it down. He had a play if he could have picked it up. Now we'll see how they score it. Ball was hit hard.
.104 they're telling me. I might give that a hit.
Not a routine play for a pitcher 60 feet away.
That ball was smoked. They score yet?
Haven't seen it. A long hitting streak, and now it's 21 games. They've given him a hit.
I think that's right.
Cannot disagree with that.
So his night got a little better.
So a ball hits the bag and a ball hits the glove of the pitcher. Rhys Hoskins takes one upstairs, 2-0.
I'll tell you what, we showed him frustrated out there in center field a lot and kind of questioned his glove. And, you know, as an infielder and outfielder, when your glove betrays you like that, it's frustrating. But the fact that he was frustrated shows he cares. I mean, you're 33 games out, you're 53 at 87, and he was showing that kind of emotion out there. If I'm Pete Mackanin, I'm fine with all that. I've seen a lot of guys shut it down when they're 33 games out of first place, and he's playing hard.
This ball well hit out toward the bullpen in left center. And now it's a 10-7 game. Rhys Hoskins shows us what he's been doing to everybody else in baseball. 13th of the year, 30 RBIs in 29 games with that blast.
I think it was up and away, and he goes out there and hooks it into his own bullpen. Little roll of the wrist right where he was looking. Into the shrubbery.
That'll get Matt Albers up. So Hoskins, barely more than a month in the big leagues, and he's in the top 7 now in rookie home runs. Bunch of rookies have more than 20 home runs this year. So Nick Williams against Oliver Perez. And that's a base hit. 4 batters, 4 hits against Oliver Perez here in the 7th. And that could be it. Right-handed Franco. Matt Albers, one of those guys who can get hot pretty quickly. Dusty thinking about it on the step of the dugout.
Yeah, Matt Wieder's going to go out there and buy a couple more pitches for Matt down there in the bullpen, and Dusty will stroll out there. At least that's what you're thinking.
I mean, the Nats are only up by 3 now, and a power hitting right-handed batter next. Franco against Perez. 1 for 2 career with an RBI. And here comes Dusty. He got every second out of that he could, as you suggested.
Well, he wanted Franco to be announced too, with the big benches here in September.
Hanging off gloves all over the place, and an inside the park grand slam by Michael A. Taylor. If you had all of that for a Friday night, you're a pretty good predictor of a crazy night here at the ballpark in the Nats. Now this thing's in jeopardy. Bullpen's got a lot of work left.
If you had all this on Sunday afternoon with the Redskins and the Eagles, you'd be entertained at 10-7. But a good game here from Nats Park. Max Scherzer trying to hang on for his 14th win, and it's up to the bullpen right now. Like you said, Matt Albert's on, so a good night to slug for both ball clubs, it seems like.
Yeah, and Dusty on a night when his team scores 10 would probably hope not to have to use the back end of his bullpen. So we'll see what Matt Albers can do to quiet things down here in the top of the 7th inning. And Matt, a guy who can go an inning or more when you need him to. This first guy will be Maikel Franco. In this matchup, Franco 0 for 3 against him with a strikeout. And the Phillies are in, let's get back in this thing, swing mode right now. Williams 1 for 3, stealing as a rookie. Target away from Matt Wieters. And straight back for strike 2. Oh, 2. Chopper right in front of the plate. Albers has the play at first. Down to second, Nick Williams. First out here in the 7th.
Nice play. Remember, Matt Albers didn't make the team out of spring training. His contract was purchased on April 9th. And what an addition he's been to Dusty Baker's bullpen from day one. His first game was April 10th.
Hyun-Soo Kim, double to left center. Last inning with 2 outs, nobody on. Helped to get them their final run against Max Scherzer. Lefty, Hobie Milner. Righty, Edubre Ramos. And that ball up the middle for a base hit. Williams around third, sent by Samuel. Strong throw at home. Michael A. Taylor has done it again. His 8th assist of the year keeps the Phillies off the board in a 3-run game.
What else could he do? Seriously, what else could you do? I mean, you saw Juan Samuel sending him, and you're thinking he's out. I mean, you usually just don't throw people out from center field, but Michael A. Taylor does. Give Matt Wieters tons of credit on tough hop, too. Not an easy play for the Nats catcher, but another perfect throw. Kind of a nasty hop for Wieters, who's already on a knee, and picks this and makes a tag all in one motion. There's the bazooka. Now watch the pick by Wieters in traffic to get it down in time. That play was beautiful on both ends. Right on the knee, stay in the glove, ball. And it did.
I mean, if that doesn't happen, the Phillies have the tying run in the batter's box right now. So Matt Wieters, a great pick. Taylor throwing out everybody in sight.
I mean, he's robbing home runs. He's making fantastic running catches and throwing across his body for double plays. He's throwing people out at home. He's hitting taters. He's hitting inside the park taters, outside. Well, I mean, what else do you want? He's stealing bases. Who's better than the guy you're looking at right now?
To a pitch. And there oftentimes comes a time during the season when guys with a lot of assists get very few more because people stop running on them.
Rescuing cats out of trees. What else can you do? I mean, you're doing it all.
So the Nats say go ahead and keep running on Michael A. Everybody. 8 assists. Impressive when you consider the amount of time he's missed this year. That's the 4th highest total in the National League right now.
You just don't throw guys out from center field.
And nowhere to go for Alfaro. He gets hit by that fastball. That's the 2nd time he's been hit tonight.
They got hit in the forearm last time, and where'd this one get him?
Turned right into it.
So they're telling me 96 miles an hour on this throw, so let's look at it again. Pretty swing by Kim. Got the hop, got rid of it quick. A lot of credit on the tag too, by the way. Don't sleep on that. Little tip of the cap.
7 batters now in this inning, and the Nationals bullpen has retired 1. J.P. Crawford 1 for 2, and that's perfect on the outside edge. Pitcher spot next, Tommy Joseph, who hit a towering homer here last night, is on deck. Oh, 2 now. Busted bat. Nats hope it's a foul ball, and it is unreachable for Ryan Zimmerman. Bats exploding all over the yard tonight.
Dodgers are coming to town. They've lost 12 of 13 and are seriously panicking. At least the fans are panicking in LA. So September 15th, 16th, and 17th. You see the times. Big time series here at Nats Park. Go to nationals.com for tickets. There's the West Indies. Look at that. They were up in August 21.5 games. The Dodgers were over the Diamondbacks. Now it's down to 10.
Unreal. Hosting the Rockies again tonight. Arizona back at it. They've won 13 in a row. They're hosting San Diego. Albers off speed in the dirt, ball one.
Yeah, the headlines in the LA Times today was season is spiraling out of control for the Dodgers. I don't know about that.
And Albers trying to paint, misses away 2-2. Ground ball. Murphy will take the play at first, and the inning is over. Michael A. Taylor keeps the Phillies from scoring more than 3.
Let's see it again and put some numbers on this. We'll stat cast it for you. The inside the park grand slam. Here it is, 15.04 seconds. He didn't run out of gas at all, did he? Usually on inside the park tater, you see around third, they're blowing a gasket, all kinds of different things. But Michael A. Taylor seemed like he kept his speed all the way around the bases. StatCast is brought to you from FiOS by Verizon. FiOS is not cable or wired differently. Go to getfios.com today.
Well, maybe the Nats aren't done with the offense tonight either. Hobie Milner in. Nats get their first look at him. And Taylor will pull it left side. The race is on. Crawford, and safe at first. Will Little, the ump, took a good long look before calling Taylor in there.
Looks safe from here. Pete McCann going to take a look at it. Ooh, it's close. Real close. Check it out. Watch the ball in the glove and his foot all at once. Ooh. That's the best look we have, so what do you think? We're not challenging. Another hit for Michael A. When things are going your way, they're going your way.
3 for 4 tonight. Alejandro De Aza
showed bunt.
Taylor has already stolen his 14th of the year tonight. Not the easiest thing with a left-hander staring at you. That ball's pulled really well down the first base side. Hoskins to the pitcher. Perfect sacrifice, De Aza. Well, the Nats have a bunch of youngsters to call on. And after Andrew Stevenson got a pinch hit last time and played left field, Rafael Bautista is going to hit for him. Bautista 1 for 2 last night. Had a pinch hit in the 6th. Stayed in, hit a ground ball later. Ball 1.
So this is Michael A. Taylor's 99th game tonight. Can you win a Gold Glove playing what, 115 games, 114, whatever he's going to play this year? I mean, if you just send a highlight reel package of the plays he's made since he's come off the DL, it's Gold Glove quality. When you talk about everything he's done all season, he's made 2 errors in center. Why not?
I think it's a great question, and I can't remember who it is, but recently looked up some stats. There was an infielder in the last 2 years that won a Gold Glove, maybe playing like 125 games.
Maybe it was Arenado last year. I feel like he missed some time to injury. Maybe it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I'm thinking it was somebody other than him, but I'm thinking, okay, this guy must have been unbelievable because he played 3/4 of a season.
Why not, right?
The thing about what he's doing with the over-the-wall catches and the hitters thrown out, those are plays that make people around baseball sit up and take notice when they see them, what, 3-4 times a week? And that'll change some thinking around the big leagues about a certain guy.
It's voted on by managers and coaches in each league. Managers are not permitted to vote for their own players. It says here that sabermetric component provided by Society for American Baseball Research, SABR, accounts for approximately 25% of the votes. So the computer votes for 25% of the Gold Glove. How many games did the computer see this year?
Evidently all of them. I don't know how that figures in. That's crazy. Bautista with a take.
How many plays did a computer ever? How many home runs did a computer ever rob?
I'll tell you who it was. It was Joe Panik. He won a Gold Glove last year for the Giants, playing 127 games.
There you go.
I knew it was somebody the Nats had just played. So Michael A's got a chance to get up right around 120. 3-2. And on a pitch down and in, Bautista swing and a miss. 2 outs here in the 7th. Inside the Numbers brought to you by PNC. So most games with double-digit runs. The Nats one more than the on-fire Cleveland Indians, who are winning again tonight. Astros, D-backs, Rockies, as you would expect, Rangers, all on that list.
Cycle watch here.
Trey Turner needs a triple for his second of the year.
Well, it'd be the easiest leg of a cycle when you're as fast as Trey.
Nats could use any kind of hit to put a run on the board and go up by 4.
I feel like he's flirted with it a couple of times too after hitting the cycle in Colorado. Yeah, that was a cold night in Colorado, if you remember. In April, he had that
That's right.
kind of speed skater outfit on underneath his helmet, remember?
Taking all the way on 3-0 there. So, I don't know, if you're a Nats fan, you're maybe not too upset that was a strike.
Oh. If you're Trey Turner, maybe you're not too upset that was a strike.
Pitcher spot next, there's Rowdy Reed. And Trey Turner is going to be walked. First and second, 2 outs for the rookie catcher who will hit for Matt Albers. So obviously the 3-run 7th inning changed Dusty's direction with the bullpen for the rest of the night. Right now, potential safe situation with Kinsler ready for the 8th, and then we'll see what he does for the 9th.
This is where, as a hitter, you go, "Oh, I wasn't important enough for you to go over me in the meeting, huh?" All right.
Rowdy is a big league hitter, 1 for 3. All of those pinch hitting. And that ball cutting in on him, and he took it for a ball.
Got big time pop to all fields.
How about the speed out there right now? And he brings the curveball around to even the count. '26-year-old Dallas native Hobie Milner, 44th rounder 8 years ago. Base hit, maybe. Everybody's safe. J.P. Crawford did keep the ball from getting to the outfield, keeping Michael A. Taylor at third. So Rowdy Reed is second big league hit.
A guy known for his pop has 2 infield singles for his first 2 hits in the big leagues. How about that? Take him any way you can get him up here. Any way you can get him anywhere, for that matter. Nice play by J.P. Crawford to keep Michael A. Taylor from scoring. You know, maybe as he gets older, he stands up and arm fakes this to first and looks for the runner around in third for an out.
Lefty for Daniel Murphy here. Single, walk, run, double tonight. Hit it off the wall in Herrera's glove last time out in left center. Two 2-0. Looks like Sammy Solis has just joined Kinsler. Maybe in case the Nats break this thing open here, and Kinsler could be saved for another night, although he's already hot. Front door curveball gets the edge. 2-1. Murphy out to the gap in left center, hanging up though, and caught by Hyun-Soo Kim. Nats strand 3. They had a bunch of guys aboard and a 3-run game into the 8th. He gets a decision for the Nats every time he pitches, so pretty durable. 5-4 with a 3.29. In 4 starts at our ballpark, he's 3-1. That's Mark Leiter Jr., 26-year-old right-hander. He's 2-5, making his 8th start tomorrow. And we'll get you going with Nats Extra at 6:30 before the ball game. 10-14-0 Nats, 7-11-2 Phils. MLB.TV takes center stage at the end of the season here. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live, plus get a free subscription to At Bat Premium, #1 app for live baseball. Blackout other restrictions apply. MLB.TV for details. Brandon Kinsler. Maybe a couple of innings. Dusty thought he wouldn't be using his big 3 or any of them for the back end of the bullpen, FP, but this thing close enough in the 8th.
Yeah, trying to get the magic number down to 3 with Brandon Kinsler on in the 8th. So 2-seam fastball slider.
Facing the switch hitter Andres Blanco here. So Alejandro De Aza moves to left, making room for Rafael Bautista in right. Blanco faced Kinsler last night. Now it's that play. Guess who? Michael A. Taylor made up against the wall. Out in deep right center. This will be close. Rendon over at third, nearing the tarp. He's got room. 1 out. With more on Brandon Kinsler, here's Dan.
Bob, late inning relievers all handle the intensity of high leverage situations differently. Brandon Kinsler told me recently that he tries to limit kind of the energy that he has before he enters the game by doing as much yawning as he can in the bullpen. He tries to keep himself calm before he appears in a game, knowing that the adrenaline, once he takes the mound, will take over. But he tries to limit that by yawning a lot while he's out there in the pen.
Thank you, Dan.
Dan made us yawn.
So did I.
That one.
It works.
That was good. Well, guys get to the place they need to get to in different ways.
Well, and you've talked about this before. His forte is movement and keeping the ball down. And you know what happens to guys like that when they're too amped up?
Yeah. You remember we had Anthony Rendon yawning in the batter's box in the middle of an at-bat once, and Twitter went nuts. Like, how could he yawn in the middle of that? I mean, hey, that's the state you try to get to as a big leaguer when the bright lights are on in front of 40,000 people. You know, the athletes that can get into that relaxation state and just let their athletic ability take over are the ones that are more consistent and have more success.
One and two.
And don't rhinos yawn? Isn't that part of their deal?
I have no idea.
He thought this was a strike, didn't he? A little high.
Hernandez leadoff hit last inning led to that 3-run rally by the Phils. 2-2. To the right side, to Hopper, Murphy, 2 down. Hernandez screaming down the line. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. Hey guys. 2 outs, 8th inning. Odubel Herrera. Game hitting streak with his line drive off the glove of Oliver Perez last time. Hector Neris needs some work. He's their closer. Zimmerman, Rendon, Wieters due up, bottom 8. Into center. Michael A. Taylor. Brandon Kinsler, a 1-2-3, 8th inning. So he gets another hold. Where do you start? Trey Turner, Michael A. Taylor, a couple of heroes from last night as well, and Max in line for his 14th win if Sean Doolittle could take care of 3 more outs in the top of the ninth. But first, the Nats will bat in the bottom of the 8th against Hector Neris. 19 saves in 22 attempts for the Phillies this year.
A really good split fastball in the mid-90s to go with that split. Almost like the fastball's a secondary pitch for him.
Ryan Zimmerman 0 for 3 career against him. Nats by 3, bottom 8. One. So Sean Doolittle's been out there firing. He had a 1-2-3 ninth against Crawford, Alfaro, and Blanco last night for his 16th save as a Nat, his 19th of the year. Zimmerman the opposite way. Nick Williams over for it. 1 out. Johnny Holiday. Ray Knight, Nats extra post game. When this one's over from the ballpark, presented by W.B. Mason. Anthony Rendon is not going to go hitless tonight. Fair by a couple of feet into the left field corner. And he's a doubles machine like Daniel Murphy. And for Anthony, that'll be number 36.
He's having a conversation with, I think, James Hoy at second right now. They're having a good chat. Nice swing, checking it, turning an 0 for 4 into a 1 for 5. That's a super salvage. Nicely done. A knock to show for the night.
So Jeff Kellogg, 28-year veteran umpire, says we've been out here long enough. Let's go. Ball game started 3 hours and 5 minutes ago. Bottom of the 8th, Wieters and Taylor the next 2. Wieters 1 for 2 career against Hector Neris. Swing and a miss, 2 down. Tough pitch for lefties at splitter.
It's time for some Fitzgerald Auto Balls Exmo. And let's check out the throw. And how about the tag? from Matt Wieters. Everybody went nuts the other night in Milwaukee when that ball jumped up and hit him in the chest. Why did he catch it? Well, hey, that one wasn't easy. This one might have even been harder. But he picked it. It stays in the glove. Watch him kind of re-grip it after the tag and snatch the ball. A little tip of the cap. I mean, just an all-around. I mean, that's the big leagues right there. I mean, you go to a lot of different levels of the minor leagues and not see that play. That's how quick the game moves up here.
Michael A., great ovation when he was announced. 3 for 4 tonight. Michael A. Taylor, 4 for 5 tonight. Rendon's going to score. Taylor, a 4-hit night, and he's going to motor around to third. He's going to be one bag off of a cycle with 2 singles, a homer, and now a triple. Nats lead 11-7.
Third triple of the year, and that ball caromed around more firm than I've seen a ball ever in the corner at Nats Park. That ball hit some cement down low and just shot toward left center field, and it turned a double into a triple. Stay hot, Michael Taylor.
Alejandro De Aza, 0 for 3 tonight with a sacrifice. So the Nats up by 4. Looks like Sean Doolittle ended his session in the bullpen, now that it's not a save situation. So Sean Kelly will take the mound for the start of the 9th. One. Career high 5 runs batted in for Michael A. tonight.
Cleveland Indians won 16 in a row. 5-0. They beat the Orioles. Unbelievable.
That's it. The Nats put on an extra run here. They lead by 4 into the 9th, trying to win 2 in a row here. Taylor, 4 hits, 9 total bases, 5 runs driven in. He has scored twice. Got a chance to be in there tomorrow night when we play game 3 of this series. Here's Sean Kelly. 30th ball game. Sean's still on the road back from a long time on the DL. And the Phillies have 3, 4, 5. Hoskins, Williams, and Franco due up here. Top 9.
Yeah, fastball slider for Sean. Fastball low to mid 90s.
And a strike to Rhys Hoskins, the rookie who hit one out of here last time up. Turned a 10-4 game into 10-7. Now the Nats lead by 4. And a check swing. Strike 2.
Good pitch, good take.
Tight slider just missing. And he hooks one into left field. So Hoskins was 0 for 6 in this series with a walk before his last 2 at bats. Now he has a homer, driving in 3, and a base hit. And if the Phillies get one more man aboard, it would again become a safe situation. Nick Williams is up, and I think Sean Doolittle is as well.
Doctor getting loose. Sean Kelly looking for a ground ball.
That's a line drive up the middle. And we could see Sean Doolittle in this game right now. Righty-righty matchup with Maikel Franco. But if he runs into one, you've got a 1-run game on your hands. So looks like Mike Maddox first.
Well, you got a hitter up there that's dangerous, but you don't have to throw strikes to him. Now, he's going to be hacking right here. And he loves the first pitch. Marlins up 4-1 now in Atlanta. That game's in the 9th.
Franco 1 for 4 tonight. And 1 for 4 career against Sean Kelly. Trying to make it 11-10. He'll probably do that, as we well know, on every swing he takes.
They go slider down the way here.
Did he go? No swing, says Will Little. 3-1. And the Phillies 1 ball away from having the tying run in the batter's box.
Ooh,
Close.
real close. That little roll of the wrist there at the very end. Subtle, but.
And a long drive that'll make this a 1-run game. It'll be time for Sean Doolittle as soon as Maikel Franco rounds the bases on his 19th home run. Dusty stayed with Kelly for one more hitter, and this has gotten way too interesting. (11-10), and Doolittle on the way. A mile. 11-10 with 3 outs yet to get here in the ninth. Sean Doolittle was up and ready. Then he sat down with a 4-run lead. Here he is, P. Right back in the game 4 batters later.
Yeah, fastball 95 at 88% of the time. Occasional slider, occasional change. The doctor is in for a 1-run save opportunity. Nobody out. And here we go.
He'll face Yun. Well, it's not going to be Yun Soo Kim. It's going to be Tommy Joseph. Big first baseman with power.
First pitch changeup. Haven't seen that yet from Sean Doolittle. I like it. Generous call, take it.
How to play.
I mean, you're flirting with Max Scherzer's 14th win of the year here. So, you know, obviously you want to get the magic number down. Obviously you want to win every single game when you put a big league uniform on. Those are all givens. But when you're talking about Max and a Cy Young, this all of a sudden becomes a little more dramatic.
0-2. Swing and a miss on 94 upstairs. 1 out.
They're doing after the high fastball for strike 3. Boy, that just must look so tantalizing for hitters. How many guys have we seen swing at that Sean Doolittle fastball up high with 2 strikes?
Doolittle got Alfaro on a fly ball to left last night for the 2nd out of the 9th inning. 2 strikeouts and hit by 2 pitches tonight. 96 for strike 1. .96 for strike 2.
The way hitters swing it looks like 196. It just must have tremendous spin rate all the way through the strike zone.
Crowd of 29,837 paid on this Friday night.
They're getting into the do right here. Listen to this.
Swing and a miss on 95. 2 down.
He doesn't care, does he? He's coming in throwing cheese, saying, here it is, boys, hit it. Another high fastball. And a 3-pitch see-ya from the doctor.
You got Crawford on a fly ball to center field last night for the 1st out of the 9th. And now the lefty faces the rookie in a matchup of southpaws.
Listen to this place.
That's 1 strike away from a magic number of 3. Left field. De Aza having a look, but unreachable. Rookie J.P. Crawford hanging tough here. In his 16th major league at bat against a guy who has saved 16 in a row.
It's a good take. He wanted to.
Swing and a miss, 97. Sean, that thing you do. And And the Nats' magic number is 3.
The doctor coming in and punching out the side. Michael A. Taylor with a career-high 5 RBIs at his 15th home run tonight. That's a career high. The doctor's 17 for 17 in saves. The Nats go to 33 over 500. And the magic number is 3.
Gas after fastball after fastball. And the crowd reacts to a 3 strikeout 9th inning save.